What's good, y'all? It's your boy Smith. Today, we're gonna be looking at some different videos. I just recently had to deal with an infestation. I had a bunch of ants move in, and I ain't talking about my mom's sister. I had to call an exterminator. Come deal with the problem. I was fighting them for months. One of the only battles I couldn't win. Anyways, we're gonna be looking at some people who should probably call a damn exterminator, right? Let's get into it.
The video is hard to stomach. You can clearly see the bugs crawling in the seat. Jose Avalos has a foot injury and used the motorized scooter last night.
I felt an itch on my back. Ignored it. I thought it was just probably like the rubber from the seat. But it's just a small itch. Keeps strolling through Walmart. 10 minutes later, the itch got really worse. And that's when I was like, you know what? I need to check what's on the seat.
And this is what it was. He and his wife took some video of the incident. They also took a picture of his bug bites, which he saw a doctor about. They posted the video to Facebook and it exploded online. Hundreds of thousands of people have already seen it.
We posted the video just to let people know about Walmart, like how dirty it was, and it just blew up.
Avalos says he and his wife reported what they found to store management and they filled out a report.
That's sad too, because this dude could have got sick, right? Because you know these bugs carry all types of illnesses and diseases. He could have contracted something, you know, got sick, right? Could have brought that home to other people, right? They need to settle with him outside of court.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, you got a man.
I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
First thing I'm gonna do is check this outlet, make sure it works.
Yeah.
I can smell them already.
Ew.
Nope. Outlet dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah, let me just check to make sure it's not on reset. Might have to do it with the car. That's a ticket.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Okay. Sorry, girlfriends, they made me do it.
Gotta go.
Hang on, say that again. I gotta get that on video. Firstly, it's gonna be kind of anticlimactic. I'm just gonna try to back them up a few of the foragers coming back. The second I knock on this door, they're gonna be everywhere. You see what? Yeah, that's all the sludge. This whole box is probably filled with that. I'm sure that doesn't look right. Look at them all here. Sorry, I'm probably blocking your view, but this is just too comfy not to sit there. Oh my gosh, that thing is massive. It's the entire like height of this cabinet. I kid you not. Oh, that chair bumping set them off.
I'm gonna keep it real. I was uncomfortable even watching the dude do that in a suit, right? Now, I've dealt with wasps or bees. I don't know what these things were, right? They were, in fact, I think bigger than this. These things looked like they were the size of 50 cal bullets. And they were in the bottom of the tree of manna in my backyard, and me and my brother used to disturb the ground, right? And then they would get upset and come flying after us, and we would hit them with baseball bats and knock them over the fence, right? Yeah, we learned real quick why you don't mess with these bees. I got stung in the back of the head, and there was a knot on my head the size of a softball. And we ain't never like get rid of the tree or the nest or nothing like that. We in fact just stopped playing in that area in the backyard. I learned real quick. I could tell you about that entire story at another time. It got real goofy real fast. Somebody got hit in the head with a baseball bat. It was funny, but I probably would have had to toss this thing over the fence and let it go, or just submit, right? I'm not messing with these things. I'm terrified of hornets.
have about 500 million stink bugs on my porch. These guys. There is like, can you see? They're everywhere on my porch. I mean, there are like 50. They're here. The light is not making this easy. And they're everywhere. I have a screened-in porch. I would assume they're coming in through the bottom of it. That is making me really annoyed. So this is our new house and that we built. So this is like a new issue. Oh, one just flew from right there. They're definitely coming in. I'm trying to see if that's them. Oh my gosh, I bet there's a million up underneath here. People, how do we get rid of stink bugs? Because this ain't the life I'm trying to live. I'm not trying to live this kind of... Oh, hi guys. How'd you get in there? How do you get in there? Wow. How do we get rid of these? Please help. Send help. Send something. I guess I'm gonna have to call an exterminator, or is there like a magic trick? We tried to set a trap for them and put a light down there. We didn't catch one. Not a one. Oh my gosh. I think they're all up underneath this deck crawling around. Is that what that is down there? No, those are nails.
Now I've seen this. Now and I've seen this a lot worse. Living out here in the sticks in Florida, right? I don't know what makes stink bugs start to come inside, and she just got them on her porch. They're gonna start coming inside in droves, like big, huge numbers. I don't know what it is or why they do this, right? Nor how they survive indoors. Like I don't know. Y'all know anything about like stink bug infestations or invasions or anything like that, right? Drop it in the comments. I'm not very knowledgeable about that animal in particular, but I have seen it a lot worse than this. Hold on. Hold on. What the? Whoa. We gotta take this back. What? With parents who don't clean, that don't mean you don't clean. You better if you see what I'm seeing. Oh no. I'm sorry, y'all. We just gonna watch the video. This is crazy. Y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. All that was disturbing, but even the most disturbing thing was seeing how that fool cooked chicken. And I can't even be upset because they probably gotta do it that way. And then what was that in the microwave? This had some Gerber meal. I'm so sorry. It's so bad that this dude been eating baby food for the last 20 years. What is going on? This is very disturbing. And you gotta get out of there, bro. You gotta get out of there, bro. That's crazy.
One of the worst roach infestations I've seen. I think they drive those cars. They said they already had the exterminator in twice. Look at all those roaches. How am I gonna clean this? One of the worst roach infestations I've seen. I think they drive those cars. They said they already had the exterminator in twice. Look at all those roaches. How am I gonna clean this?
I don't even know. In that case, I would say I don't know, man. Pull everything out. You got to get some bleach, some hard chemicals in there, bruh. Yeah, and you got to pull everything out, throw it away, start over, give them nothing, leave them nothing, leave them nothing. Nothing. I mean, nothing. Like, I don't know how you save this. It's possible, right? You can bring it back, but you need some real clean and some elbow grease up in there, because they said they already had the exterminator in twice, but you still gotta clean.
Guys, here is your update. So as you can see, they are still coming out. Yeah, and it seems like this is the source, because this is where most of them are, and then they get around because they crawl under the baseboards. Luckily though, they're dead. The majority of all of these are dead. There's still some that are crawling around, but all of these are dead because they sprayed. But the thing is, there's eggs that are hatching, and that's why they're still coming out. So until they kill the eggs, they find the source, it's gonna keep happening. Like, they're just everywhere. I'm too scared to even sit out here, eat anything. And then when I came in this morning, my whole apartment smelled like just disgusting. This is.
We're gonna continue. They might want to pull that wall. Let's continue.
My laundry room I was talking about. Definitely it smells bad in here. And my clothes, like in the dryer, they smell bad. But I'm just confused because I would think if there was something dead in there, wouldn't they be coming from here? Like, there's a little bit, but definitely, as you can see, not as much as there was in the fucking hallway. In my kitchen too, like, they're there, but not as much as the hallway. I don't know what's going on. It's just disgusting. Like, this is just like a nightmare. But yeah, so I called the maintenance again. I told them that they're back and they're worse and that there's a dead smell. I told them to go check the people above me because they just moved out like 2 weeks ago, but they left a bunch of their stuff there and like some of their animals. I've seen some of their cats walking around, so I hope like they didn't accidentally leave a cat inside or something. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Just is so gross.
Now, in this situation, I feel for this young lady because we see she's not one of those people that just lives like that, you know, real filthy and dirty lifestyle. She keeps her stuff clean. I ain't seen nothing on the floor other than those things and some bottled water, right? Like, and that's probably because she doesn't want to be drinking out of her glasses. Right? I feel bad. Bro, there was so many maggots on the floor. Looked like somebody dropped a bowl of yellow rice, right? Like, that's crazy. And one of two things is going on here, right? There's something in them walls producing nutrients for those animals, or somebody then did a seance in this house, and this house is just cursed, bro. So there's one or two things. and both of them are bad, you got to talk to your landlord and get moved to a new unit right now.
Look at all these bed bugs. I mean, this one's bad. So we had them throw this chair out. All these white dots there, those are eggs. And those are shell casings. This is also their mattress. Severely infested furniture. I mean, this is nuts. So this is going in the trash. There's one of our heaters going to the basement. But at the end of the day, these guys are going to be bed bug free. Comes with a guarantee and a warranty. That one's going upstairs. So, have a good day.
That's crazy. I ain't never seen them before. What do you got to do to get those? Like, nah, I'm not cool with that. And I'm not cool with that furniture even going outside where anything, any person, any animal, anything can be even near that. Y'all need to do the same thing we do. Y'all know when we take our ancestors and we put them in jars, right? We got to put them through that crematorium or whatever. That's what y'all should start doing with equipment like this. There's no reason why this should be anywhere near anybody. This is crazy. Man, we got them things all over Florida, bro. And they come in like different variations of colors, right? They're usually all black like that. But they'll have red going down their back, yellow going down their back, and then like right in the middle, they have like orange going down their back. These things are everywhere. And when they show up in my garden, it's usually just a couple. And then by the next day, it's like 50 or 60. They eat everything and then they disappear. And then the crazy part about them is like, I think they're incredibly venomous or poisonous. So like birds and frogs and stuff can't even mess with them, right? So they're just out there doing whatever they want all day. It's kind of ridiculous, but they're not too bad. There's a 0% chance that there ain't something in that car. Like, what is going on? That's 500,000 roaches on the outside. Not even on the inside where it's dark and where they like to be, right? That is insanity. I couldn't even imagine, right? There's no driving in this car. There ain't no this car right here. There ain't no driving that. You're right. They driving that at this point, right? That's crazy. Ain't no way.
I slept over my friend's house and noticed he had a bug problem. This is what they looked like. We even tried making a homemade trap, but it didn't work. So I did some research and texted my friend. Glad we found the nest. Comment if this has happened to you.
I think that's kind of dope that they was able to do research, come to a conclusion, even against what he said. He's like, nah, I ain't got no food in there. They're like, bruh, you gotta have some food in there. Go check, right? And they found it, right? That's kind of dope. Research turned out to be very necessary. I think that was kind of cool. They even found out exactly what kind of bug it was. That was dope. You know, they got it up out of there. Not too much of a problem, but still annoying nonetheless.
I opened up this kitchen cabinet and it was full of pantry weevils. Usually you'll find these things come in your rice and flour, dry goods. Foods come from all over the world and those warehouses are not treated. I opened up this kitchen cabinet and it was full of pantry weevils. Usually you'll find these things come in your rice and flour, dry goods. Foods come from all over the world and those warehouses are not treated.
And at least those things weren't alive. It looked like they was planning an invasion. I don't know how you stop a weevil invasion. And if y'all know anything about that, you drop it in the comments for me.
These are all hungry bed bugs and they don't waste any time. As soon as they've had an opportunity, they've crawled onto my thumb and are all starting to feed. So this is one of our test bedrooms where we release live bed bugs so that we can test bed bug monitoring devices and traps. And you can see all the bed bugs along here clustered together in their little harbourages. And the whole area is peppered with this very characteristic black fecal spots that bed bugs can see here. There's an adult surrounded by little baby ones and a few eggs and lots of the very characteristic fecal spotting around here. Here are some of our bed bugs. We keep most of our bed bugs in these culture pots. I think it's always good to be aware of them. It's good to be aware of what signs to look for. Usually the first thing you see when you get a bed bug infestation, aside from the bites, if you react to the bites, is inky black spots on the bed sheets. So having an awareness of what to look for can help you to identify the infestation early if it happens, and also being aware when you're traveling that bed bugs could be in your hotel or hostel, and if you keep your bags off the floor and away from the bed, then they're much less likely to get an unwanted hitchhiker.
I love science. Science is my favorite subject. If you know me, you know that to be true, and it's been like that since I was a child, right? But these type of people really creep me out, right? These people that'll let the bugs bite them and stuff like that. Like, nah, man, I don't know what those bugs are carrying, and they're already small. You know, the germs they carry are even smaller. No, I'm good. This is how we keep coming up with or spreading new diseases and stuff. This is it right here. You see it right here. Let me show y'all a shot of what I'm looking at right there. Boom. That right there is the reason. And new stuff just keeps popping up, new illnesses, new sicknesses, right there, because people want to do dumb stuff like this, and I don't know. I'm not okay. I'm okay with you studying the animals, right? Why'd they have to go build a whole fake bedroom? Like, these animals only exist in the bed. We know where they come from. Why can't you study them in their natural habitat, mimic their natural habitat? I do this all the time, right? With reptiles, amphibians, turtles, fish, all types of stuff. Y'all go look at the 150 other videos I done posted on exotic enclosures, reptiles and stuff like that, right? You know, I do it all the time. You mimic the animal's actual enclosure, bring it indoors. Why don't you do that? These people they got whole bedrooms. That's kind of creepy, if you ask me. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comments, but I feel like that's a little weird.
Oh, thank God my hero is here. Oh, he looks disgusted and defeated, just like I feel. It was nowhere near this bad when he left because he's been continuously leaf blowing and pressure washing them. But he's only been gone for 20 minutes and this is how bad it has gotten.
Dang.
Looks like he's about to call me. You guys, it's worse than it was just a minute ago when I made my video for you. Yeah, I think he's gonna call me. Nope. Dude, you guys, this is getting so scary. My dog isn't even happy. You hear that? I know, Molly. I felt so bad last night. She was having nightmares. This is unreal. This is scary. Oof. They just don't stop coming. Our hospital, I guess they've had to use like shovels or loaders or something just to clear their driveway at the hospital. He's my hero. Get those packages, Mr. Reynolds. Oh, I wish I had a Ring doorbell and I could see what my FedEx driver did when he had to delete. He probably dropped those and ran. Ironically, one of them's a new Bible I just ordered. Thank goodness. This is just disgusting. Look at them. They're everywhere. And I don't dare step outside because they're up on the ceiling of our porch and they literally just randomly drop. Nope. This is what nightmares are made of. Unfortunately, because our house is stucco, we are kind of getting really overrun. If we had aluminum siding, it wouldn't be as big of a deal because these guys can't stick and walk up siding. But they seem to really enjoy stucco. Ugh. And yes, all of our neighbors are experiencing the same situation. It's not just our house. These crickets migrate through our town every year. Guys, I can't take this. This is really freaking me out. Like, really freaking me out.
That sucks. I don't even know what to do. Actually, I do know what to do. I've seen these crickets before. Like, I used to do HVAC, right? And I'd go under houses and like replace ducts. Replace like duct work under houses. And you usually see these crickets living under houses. I didn't even know they dealt with the light like that, because I would go under a house and see literally a million of these things. It would blanket the entire ground under the house, but they didn't like light, right? So I would just turn my light on and point it at them, and they would just kind of move out the way. Literally part like the sea. When I hit them with the light, they would just move out the way. So I don't know what would make these animals come out in the daytime, but I can tell you, if you get you an army of leopard geckos, you'll have this thing clear in about 12 minutes, right? A couple bearded dragons, maybe some baby savanna monitors, and the crickets will stop. They're gonna stop coming to your porch.
So today I decided to put together a little concoction for the ants that have been coming into this apartment. I mixed borax powder and baking soda. I went to Dollar Tree and got the borax powder, but the borax powder was like a lavender scent, so I really didn't want to get it, but I ended up getting it anyway. But the strange thing that I wanted you all to see was the ants actually carrying pieces of the borax powder back into the hole. As you can see, this little ant right here has a big piece in his mouth and he's taking it inside, and there are others with pieces taking it back as well. And I don't think that they have any peanut butter on the powder, so I don't know if they just like to eat the powder itself, but that's what they're doing. I felt like that was strange. But here's the little concoction of borax powder and peanut butter that I put together, and they've come out to eat, and hopefully they take it all back to the nest and feed the family. And I don't see them in a couple of days. I don't know how long this stuff is supposed to take to actually work so that I won't stop seeing them anymore, but people say that this type of stuff works. Well, I don't know what people say, because I kind of thought about it myself, because I was looking at some liquid ant bait, the taro kind, and the taro kinds, it says that it's borax based. So yeah, I'm like, maybe if I just mix it up with some peanut butter, it'll do the trick. Excuse me. It'll do the trick. So yeah, hopefully it'll work. Take it back to your babies. Take it home. Everybody eat up.
Now, what's going on here? These ants have become invincible to the borax powder, and they have now begun stashing it, because the next generation of ants, in fact, need it to become super ants. And this is actually my worst nightmare. In fact, no, I was saying I just dealt with ants, and I did the same thing. And it dealt with a certain set of ants, like these big black ones. But I had multiple ants come through here, through the front, through the back, through the side door, the garage door, and I got reptile enclosures outside. They started moving into my reptile enclosures. It was just a nightmare everywhere. I tried fighting them for months, and I was able to put together my own borax mixture that did pretty well. It pushed all the big ants out, but the little ants, them dudes don't care about nothing.
I think we have a slug problem. I think we may have a slug problem. With that being said, the slug problem is because cat food being left out for the outside cats, and that will cause the slugs to come up for the protein. But this is a pretty bad problem here.
I ain't never seen a slug infestation before, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I was younger, I probably would have stepped outside and started throwing salt like somebody just got married. What are we talking about? I would start throwing salt like I'd have started throwing salt like a blizzard just came through the town. What are we talking about? But these ain't really that bad, right? I would have probably just collected them all and moved them, knowing what I did. I left cat food out. That's actually how I got my first big ant infestation in my garage. And I didn't know where they were coming from. They had chewed through the bottom of the cat food. I was using cat food in my minnow traps. I go out and trap tropical fish. You know, we got invasive tropical fish all over Florida, so I go out, trap tropical fish. I use different types of bait. Cat food was one of them. And yeah, I left that mess out in my garage, and they found it, and they tunneled right through the bottom of it. Didn't even know, right? Nightmare. But yeah, these slugs, I would have probably just relocated them. You know, I don't really like slugs, but I'm not a hater, right? I ain't gonna take them out the game. These guys are all right. And that's going to be the video, y'all. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I know you could have been anywhere else on this planet, but you decided to be here with your boy, and that means a lot. Promise it does. Anyways, I'm out.